Well, anything towards ceasefire, stop of hostilities, and even small truce is welcomed in Libya. Libyans have suffered quite a lot, especially over the last year and a half or so. But I really, I'm not very, pessimistic, but I'm cautiously hopeful that the ceasefire agreed today in Geneva can be actually implemented. That's one thing. And the second thing, I also hope it can be translated into some kind of political agreement when the political track of the talks or negotiations start next week, or the first week of November, next month. But I also would like to mention the fact that I noted President Recep Tayyip Erdogan, what he said after the news broke from Geneva. He said the ceasefire today was not signed by high-ranking officials from both sides. And this raises some kind of questions. According to him, he actually questioned whether it will be implemented in the first place or adhered to in the first place. And he's right on one side of the question, if you like, because we have seen some kind of documents signed before, specifically about ceasefires, and nobody really went along with them or enforced them on the ground. That's one thing. The other thing, we have to remember that Turkey is a very important player in Libya now, and if the Turks are not happy with it, I doubt if it will go on. Yes.
Well, that's what I wanted to get on to. The fact that Turkey is quite a big player in the region, Russia as well. They've both got their infrastructure within the country. We've heard there from the UN's top envoy saying that foreign fighters, mercenaries have to leave within 3 months. But do you really think those two superpowers are going to do that after they've built up what they've got there?
Well, it's very doubtful, Oliver. We really have, it's very difficult question to answer with the specific answers, but we really have to wait and see. And we have to remember that Libya is under complete arms embargo. And those countries you mentioned, especially Russia and Turkey, have attended the Berlin conference last January 19th last year. This year, I'm sorry, and they reiterated what they publicly say, that they will reinforce the arms embargo by stopping transferring arms and fighters into Libya. But they never did that, of course. So it's a very complicated situation. As I mentioned before, if the Turks are not happy with whatever the ceasefire actually says, I have not been able to read the document in full yet. I doubt it will be, enforced on the ground. The same thing goes into
a very,
the
very complicated situation indeed. I'm afraid we're going to have to leave it there, but Mustafa Faturi joining us from Paris. Thank you very much indeed.